We are living in an interesting time. Like we got technology, we have AI, we have robots, we have all these amazing things happening in our society. And maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but I'm a STEM baby. Yes, I push STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And today, I want to show you 5 compelling reasons why we should encourage our students to consider STEM now and in the future. I'm Kantis Simmons, and welcome to the Kantis Simmons Show. Hey! Hey, what's going on? I'm Kantis Simmons, and welcome to the Kantis Simmons Show. If this is your very first time here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome again. And like always, let's start this video off by saying this will be my best school year ever. Yes, let's go ahead and say it. This will be my best school year ever. Now, that's something that I believe. And I believe you should want the best for your year, whether you are a student, whether you're a parent, whether you're an educator. I believe this will be your best school year ever. Before we jump into this video today, I have a really cool big announcement. Number one, boom, yes, it's here. My new book, STEM is Everywhere. Yes, STEM is everywhere. It's all about the activities to help students learn STEM, love STEM, and live STEM. Now, I wrote this book because, as we'll talk about here in a few minutes, that STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, is something that is close to my heart because of my years as a scientist, but also because of my passion and also because of my expertise in helping other schools and students and parents and educators be able to understand STEM. And so I took this book and broke it down into activities. Yes. I wrote out some activities that I found with some other amazing individuals to give students, teachers, and parents an opportunity to have conversations around STEM, where we have activities for pre-K, elementary school, middle school, high school, and even into college. And so if you want a copy of this book, simply go to STEMiseverywhere.com. Go to STEMiseverywhere.com. And I want that to lead us into 5 big reasons why I think that parents and teachers should help their students really consider STEM now and in the future. So reason number one where I feel like you should consider STEM is because of the endless opportunities that there are in STEM. Right? So if you think about it, we're living in a society today. You know, a few weeks back, I was in Las Vegas and I went to the big sphere. And inside of the sphere, I saw these robots and had communication with these robots. And it was amazing to me. This one robot said he was 1 year old, right? And he was 1 year old. However, he was communicating in such a way that is so much higher than human beings. And he's 1 year old, right? Now, what happens when he becomes 10 years old and 20 years old, 5 years old? And I believe today is more than evident that our society is changing, right? And so that's why reason number one to go into STEM is because of endless opportunities, right? We have robotics. We see the amazing things that are going on in space. We see medical advancements. You know, the other day I was talking to a dear friend, and she had to have some medical things taking place in her body. And she was amazed that them entering her body was the size of like a pen, right? A small pen, right? Or like a needle, right? And the idea, they went in through that small opening and did what they had to do on the inside of the body because of medical advancements. Now, in the world of STEM, there are so many opportunities, right? So, like I said, we got robotics. We have people exploring outer space. You know, a few weeks ago, we had the big eclipse, and that was an amazing thing to see, right? Well, I didn't get to see it, but I saw videos of it, right? But there are endless possibilities out there in space. People talking about going back to the moon. We hear different conversations of people traveling through space and traveling to these other planets. So it's important now that we help our students embrace STEM. It's important now that we take the time to make sure that we are giving students the opportunity to open doors that will lead them to the present and the future. You know, I've always realized that exposure is everything. You know, what a student sees, what they experience gives them the opportunity to think and to dream. I believe that if you won't see better, you won't do better. And so right now, more than ever, it's important that we give students the opportunity to get a great education around science, technology, engineering, and math. Number one, because of the endless opportunities that we're facing now and that we will face in the future. The second reason that I believe that we should continue to push STEM is it helps our students solve real world problems. Yeah, it helps them solve real world problems. Now, let's just be honest, right? So a lot of times when I have this conversation with individuals, they think STEM is just about equations and formulas. Nah, it's not just about the Pythagorean theorem. It's not just about a physics formula or a calculus. You know, STEM is about solving real world problems, right? From climate change to developing life-saving medical treatment. STEM empowers our students to be able to tangibly impact the world around them. You know, when I wrote this book, STEM is everywhere. The reason I said STEM is everywhere, because if you think about it, when you woke up this morning and you wash your face, that's STEM. When you brush your teeth and the lather took place on the toothbrush and you started brushing your teeth became clean, that's STEM, right? When you jumped into your car and you drove to work or you rode in the bus going to school, that's STEM. STEM is everywhere. When you close your eyes and you go to sleep, and your eyes are asleep, but your body is still breathing, and then you may dream, all of that is STEM. So it's not just about solving problems, not just about like equations and formulas, but it's about solving real life problems. How can we use STEM today to solve some of the issues that we're having? Yeah, like in your household, what's going on in your household within your family that there's probably a solution in STEM that can solve that problem. This is what the world is about. This is why we need more individuals in this field, because it's about solving real world problems. That's why in education is so important that we really take the time to nurture students to solve problems. You know, it's so important that we take the time to really give them the opportunity to be innovative, to think outside of the box. And so reason number two is so important because it helps students solve real world problems. Number three, let's just be honest. Another big reason to think about STEM and to pursue STEM is because it is in a high demand and high pay. Yeah, if you think about it, in today's job market, you know, one of the things that we've seen is that companies are actively seeking out individuals who have expertise in science, technology, engineering, and math. You know, there are people right now who are being hired as a Chat GPT prompter, right? They write prompts for AI, you know, artificial intelligence. They get paid as a prompt engineer to go in to write prompts so that artificial intelligence can do what it do to make our world a better place. You know, some people actually are afraid of AI, but guess what? It can help, and it may eliminate some things that humans do. So a lot of companies now are offering competitive salaries. Yes, because of the exciting opportunities that are out there. So by investing in STEM education now helping our students be prepared when they go from high school to college, and they're in college and they're getting a degree, and then now they have a degree and they can go into a career field. Guess what? They are now positioning themselves for high demand and high pay. Think about it, like your son or your daughter being sought after because of their expertise, right? So number 3, it is a field where there's a high demand and high pay. All right. The fourth reason why I feel like we all should be looking at STEM and considering our students for STEM is because it's going to foster creativity and innovation. Yeah, foster creativity and innovation. Now, the other day I was watching something on Instagram or TikTok or something, and I saw a flying car. Yeah, I saw this car that they lifted up in the air, and it was floating through the sky. Right now, I remember back in the day when I used to watch the Jetsons or other movies and shows in the past, that was a dream. Now the reality is someone has tapped into their creativeness and put things together to be very innovative. So now we're seeing those things going on, right? So contrary to popular belief, STEM isn't just about logic and analysis. It's about being creative. It's about being innovative, whether it's designing apps on the phone or groundbreaking apps. There are some apps that I have on my phone that allows me to, calculate time, better communicate with my assistant, helps me travel. There are some apps on my phone now that monitor my sleep. There are some apps on my phone now where I can play games. I can control the lights in my home. I can control different things in my home. And guess what? That's what we're seeing. So how can you encourage your student, or how can you be more creative and more innovative, right? I believe that STEM encourages our students to think out of the box. There were time periods when there used to be a belief that it's like, oh, no, you shouldn't think that way. Oh, no, you can't do that. You're thinking too high, right? But here's the reality. It's so important right now that we take the time to really embrace what's going on so we can help our students think out of the box, unleash their creative power. A lot of times people have issues with what they call Gen Z, but the reality is this: they are our innovators of today and tomorrow. Now, you may not understand how Gen Z works and all the things go on in the culture, but there's some amazing individuals in Gen Z that will propel us into the future. So the fourth reason we should really embark on pressing STEM and pushing STEM is because it's going to foster creativeness and innovation. Number five, the reason why I believe we all should embrace STEM education is because it's going to foster our future. Yeah, it's going to foster our future. Regardless of what you may think, the future will become the present. I remember years ago, as a teenager, my dad used to always say to me, he said, hey, son, the best way to prepare for your future is to currently look at your present and start preparing in the present for the future. And when the future becomes your present and you have done the work, you'll be prepared. And so I've always looked towards the future and say, what can I do now to be prepared for the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years? And that's the mindset that we have to think about. So contrary to popular belief, STEM isn't just about, formulas like I mentioned before. At its core, guess what? STEM is about shaping the future. A future where technology drives progress. Innovation has no bound. You can press a button now and food can be at your door within 5 to 10 minutes. You can make an order now and whatever you ordered can be at your door in a few minutes. If you need to get to the airport or drive anywhere in the country, guess what? There are vehicles now that can get you there. So, creativeness, that's a part of our future. So, encourage your students to pursue STEM, right? We're not only preparing them for what's going on tomorrow, but we're preparing them for a brighter future. You know, I was over in the Middle East, and they are preparing something called the Line, right? And this is a city in a straight line. And inside of this straight line, there are these amazing walls. But guess what? People work inside the line, these walls. People go to school inside the walls, the line. People move and live inside of the line, these walls. And this walls inside the line stretch miles and miles and miles. Why? Because they believe inside of the wall out there in the Middle East, inside of the line, it'll be a new culture, a new world, a new way of getting around, a new way of being able to communicate and to live. So guess what? We got to embrace our future. STEM is everywhere. So much so that I believe that we should embrace it right now today, right? We should embrace it right now today. Number one, the reason we should embrace it because the endless opportunities. Number two, STEM solves real world problems. Number three, there's a high demand, there's a high pay. Like if you look on your job, maybe you're a teacher or an educator or parent watching this video, look in your field, look in your job, look in your career to see how things are changing towards that, right? If you're not in the STEM field, you're probably going to be working in the STEM field. Yep. So reason number three, high demand, high pay. Number four, foster creativeness and innovation. And number five, because it fosters our future. Yes, it fosters our future. It shapes our future, and we're helping our students shape the future. All right. So listen, if I can be of any help for you in this area of STEM, hey, definitely go check out my new book, STEMiseverywhere.com. There's some cool activities there to help your students learn it, love it, and live it. Like always, thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if there's anything that I can do to help you, hey, let me know in the comments. Hey, subscribe to this channel. Share this amazing video with somebody. Listen, I'm Kantis Simmons, and remember, STEM is everywhere. Talk to you soon.